hunting is a long-standing profession, associated with many coastal fishing villages around the world. Before setting out to sea, fishermen prepare large boats, equip them with long fishing lines, strong steel hooks, and fresh bait such as fish or squid. They drop dozens, even hundreds of fishing lines into the sea, and then patiently wait. Sometimes it takes hours, even days, for a shark to bite. Once the prey is hooked, the entire crew must work together to pull it onto the deck. This is the most dangerous moment. The shark struggles violently, swishing its tail, spitting water, trying to escape. Once under control, the fishermen immediately handle the situation to keep the fish meat fresh. The fish slaughtering process is carried out in a clear order. The fins, which have high commercial value, will be cut first. Next, the fish body is divided into large blocks, cut along the backbone to get each piece of firm meat. The fish liver is also kept to be processed into oil, used in medicine and industry. After washing with seawater, the meat will be chilled or salted on board for long-term preservation. After the voyage, the sharks are brought to a large port with a cold storage system and processing plant. Here, each piece of meat is sorted by size, color, thickness, etc. The white or light pink meat has a distinctive flavor and is rich in protein, widely used in the food industry. Some is consumed fresh, while the rest is dried or smoked for long-term preservation. The fins are cleaned, thoroughly dried, and packaged for export to various markets. The liver oil is extracted for cosmetics, dietary supplements, and medical products. Shark hunting is both arduous and risky, but it also demonstrates the special relationship between humans and the sea. They must confront the enormous power of the ocean to make a living.
Some people return after decades only to realize that they have missed their children's childhood, missed the days when their elderly parents needed them the most. The sea gives them many things, but also takes many things, and that trade-off is something that anyone entering the profession must accept. Besides personal thoughts, there is also a common concern about the future of the industry. Experts predict that if the current rate of exploitation continues, many large fish species will disappear from the ocean in just a few decades. Fishermen understand that, but they have no other choice. They need to live, need to feed their families, need to pay debts. The statistics and scientific reports are sometimes too far away from their daily meals. And so, the cycle continues. Fishermen still go out to sea. Fish are still pulled up. Conservation organizations still speak up. And the ocean silently endures. But the sea never stays silent forever. There are years when tuna fish almost disappear completely. Fishermen return empty-handed, heavily in debt. There are seasons when the fish change their migration direction, causing the once bustling sea to suddenly become deserted. That is how nature reminds people that nothing is endless, that greed cannot last forever, and fishermen, whether they like it or not, must learn to adapt, to learn to balance. Many times, instead of tuna or swordfish, the sailors pulled up a white shark. Its strength made the whole crew's hearts stop. A 4 or 5 meter long shark, when hooked, would struggle so much that the whole deck shook. Many sailors had no choice but to cut the rope, because holding it was too dangerous. But sometimes, cutting the rope was not easy, because the ferocious animal could rush into the side of the ship. Biting and destroying, creating a scene that anyone who witnessed it would remember for the rest of their lives. Those moments are the dark side of the profession, where death and life are only a thin line apart. At sea, loneliness is also an equally harsh opponent. For weeks, months, they do not see land, do not hear the noise of the city, only the wind and waves and the familiar faces of a few dozen people on the ship. Sailors entertain themselves with old stories, with a few cards, with humming songs in the wind. Some write diaries, others sit looking at family photos in their wallets. All have a hope. This trip will be a hit. They will have enough money to bring home. Every time the radio catches a signal from land, news is transmitted, laughter mixed with sighs. Back home, the seasons, storms, floods, illnesses, children's school fees, are all burdens waiting for them. Many researchers who have followed ships to record the longline fishing profession have described that it is not only an exploitation activity, but also a way of life. Fishermen have been attached to the sea since childhood, accustomed to the salty wind, accustomed to the taste of fresh fish, accustomed to the chaotic work rhythm of day and night. They see the sea as a friend, an enemy, a benefactor, a challenge. Without the sea, they would not know what else to do. And that is why, despite the danger of the job, despite the unstable income, generation after generation is still attached to the long fishing line, as if it were an inescapable fate. However, the outside world sees this profession in a different light. Conservation organizations constantly issue warnings. The press constantly publishes images of sea turtles dying from hooks, seabirds stuck in hooks and unable to fly. This contradiction creates heavy pressure on the entire industry. Some fishermen feel wronged, because they only do the job of supporting their families, not the destroyers. Others gradually realize that if they continue as before, one day the sea will have nothing left for them to catch. This tug of war has made longline one of the most controversial topics in global fisheries.